The following podcast is brought to you by NT2099 Media and Entertainment and is part of the ENT Radio Network. You're listening to The J with your host, Kennedy.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You're listening to The J, and today is Monday, April 24th. I believe you're listening to episode 163. And starting off things a little unexpected. Well, more unexpected. Julia, thank you for the email. I was not expecting a photo of you nude with that sign that you're holding saying, I love Kennedy. But nevertheless, Anyway, started the J444 is a Japanese band Mock Piss and Giraffe with their song Itamboshi.
神様が本当にいるならば彼女がここにいるわけを教えて流れる頭がに残し目の前の光さえも見えず朽ちてゆくのならないさ神様が本当にいるならば少女に気づかせてあげてうま大切なものが本当に大切なのかと神様が本当にいるならば闇に光を与えていつ途切れるかもわからないから錆びついた心に一人では何も変えられないから
You're listening to ENT Radio and it rocks.
Hey ハマり込んだが最後ライトン真夜中に出すダンスホールだ男も女も交わりな Yes 始めよう I gotta go 駆け引きなしに感じ合うこのこと Are you ready? 見せるダナスタイルかなれかなれみんなダナでかなれみんな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれかなれみんなダナでかなれみんな飲んで かなり極上なスタイルかなれみんなダナでかなれみんな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれかなれみんなダナでかなれみんな飲んでなんだか楽しいワンダラン今がよけなナンバーワン掴んだら掴んだら
腹で挑めサンバが出番だなマンダラのバンダラ時には無難だなアンバランスで半端な日常がもっぱら生きがいと思ったら人生不安だなちんたら走れば遅れてつまらねえグダグダくだらねえやる気も起こらねえ
暗黙の了解だろこの声が聞こえたのなら Ready go ready go ready hey わがままには静かみ案内するこちらへと賛同する声持つなら任せときなこのワンホットフレーバーほらがなりまくれかなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んでかなり極上なスパイスかなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで Don't get it don't get it don't rain
本でリバで飛んでみたらがんちがらめもっと見たらやつにしたら勘に触り関係ないストーリー現実でに許容範囲超えた知恵絞り拒否乱舞散布するその中のストーリープレスゼロリーター燃やせほら聞いた美が軽はずみに言うないいな口約束なら取り付けたそれならばみんなで燃えな
情熱でストップ燃えたけれどの限界まで夢のせてくそみんなで燃えろ延々と妨げるものは何もねえぞあぐれ太陽にとつなぐ役目挨拶が終わりの音で見抜きなムービーバディ型にはまっちまうその前に
レゲトンほらがなれみんな騒げ Everybody レゲトン
音乗りなったなでかなれそろそろキャメロだなでかなれ
レゲトンほらがなれみんな騒げ Everybody レゲトン Everybody レゲトン Everybody レゲトンレゲトンレゲトン
あらけそれな言葉で奏で出すこの調べ Ready go ready go ready yeah わがままには静かみ感じから目になるまで感動しろ一瞬は任せときなこのワンホットフレーバーほらがなりまくれかなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んでかなり極上なスパイスかなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで What do it かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んでかなり極上なスパイスかなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで You're really hot to rain かなれみなただでかなれみな飲んで Don't get it baby
And now this last song that we'd like to do for you is called Tell Me. And basically this one is about feeling very vulnerable when you're in love.
J444 block was Sienna Lee and Toast Tajiri of McKenna, and their song is titled Tell Me. You can check out more of their music and more information from visiting www.mckennamusic.com. That's MAKENA music.com. Before McKenna was Donna with Ganare. And before them was Takashim with Gleam, and starting off the J444 was Mock Piston Giraffe with their song Itan Boshi. We're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break, and we'll be back with more of the J.
What is the Orange Lounge Radio To Go edition? It's all the news that video gamers really want to know about.
Yeah, it's all about the news about games that don't suck.
Well, what's a podcast? It's a recorded show that you can subscribe to, so you always get the news first.
And you don't have to have an iPod to listen to it either. Winamp, Windows Media Player, it's all good.
I'm Rob Roberts, and every week on the Orange Lounge Radio To Go edition, I'll bring you news about what's going on in the gaming world. From next-generation gaming to current classics you know and love, we'll give you the news and talk about the effects the news can have on the scene.
I'm Jamie Summers, and every week on Orange Lounge, I'll be here to give you my honest input on the news. When gaming lawsuits are the issue, or a new law is on the table that could affect the gaming world, we'll be here to help you understand how the result could affect you. Also, tune in for my advice column every week, because gamers, if you stay indoors and play video games all day long, you'll never be able to go out and get laid.
I'm Loki, and every week on Orange Lounge Radio To Go, I'll keep you posted on the latest in gaming gear, from hacks to mods to cracked to emulation. We'll be here to give you an uncensored view of what people on the internet are up to. And tune in to find out what geeks of the world install Linux on next. Join us at www.orangeloungeradio.com for all the information you need to subscribe to our show.
Click on the link that says Orange Lounge Radio To Go on the left side of the page for all the info you need.
And send us an email if you have any comments or suggestions to go@orangelaunchradio.com.
Hi, it's the Cine Gang,
a Filipino-American podcast.
We discuss Filipino-American life from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
So check us out at cine-gang.com.
We talk about anything and everything from our unique Pinoy perspective.
We offer Filipino word of the day.
We offer examples of Pinoy power.
We talk about poetry, food, or whatever comes to mind.
So visit us at cine-gang.com and join us.
The Cine Gang.
一つ数えて進めばいい、二つ数えて休めばいい、三つ数えて考えりゃいい、マイペースで進めればいい。
Hi, I'm Ichigo.
I'm Balto.
And we're Anime Pulse.
We've got our fingers on the pulse of anime.
Do you like anime but you don't know what to watch?
We love anime and watch it all the time.
So if you want the true fan's perspective on the latest and greatest from Japan,
rants or just stories about anime,
we're the ones to check it out. So check out Anime Pulse at www.anime-pulse.com.
Hey, you kids! What are you doing on my lawn? Get out of here!
Oh, great, it's old man Chigo!
Run!
We love you, ladies.
We love you a long time.
You turn girls off?
Yes, we turn girls off because you guys aren't needed for this.
Alan, I don't know about you, but I need girls.
Girls. They're not needed for this. You're ruining the way for
girls. OtakuGeneration.net, letting you see how crazy we really are. Catch us every Wednesday for news, reviews, and stuff you can use for the otaku in you.
So that's well. How about like did you hear that that song from Lil Jon?
Yeah. That's right.
That song from Lil Jon. To the window.
What?
To the wall.
To the yeah.
To the
wall.
Is it to the window? To
yeah,
the wall,
to the wall.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then somewhere he goes, skit.
But my friend did a fob moment there. To the window. To the wow. She said that. So.
Join Latte, Snow Bunny, and Q podcasting at tireless.net, where we put the skid in Skittles. What? Yeah.
Hello, JN fans. This is Kumiko Kato. Please check out my website at www.kumikokato.com. And now, back to JN Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the J Podcast. And we are now Tuesday, April 25th, the second day of doing this podcast. Well, actually, I just had to do some research on a few things for this podcast, but for this second segment, we're going to do a few Giant video game reviews and also talk about this upcoming DVD coming out from ADV. It's titled Nanaka 617, and this one is about a 17-year-old girl named Nanaka Kirisato, who is very bright. I guess you could say she's top of her class, seen as a brainiac. But along the way, while her and her best friend Nenji were walking, they had a little squabble, and she somehow fell in the stairs and suffered a hit to the head, and all of a sudden she has acute amnesia. And the bad part of it is Nanaka has now become a 6-year-old. Well, she still thinks she's 6 years old, but in actuality, she's 17 years old. So Nenji tries to help her out as she goes back to high school. She has to live her normal life, but the problem is that, how can she be normal when she's, behaving and she thinks she's a 6-year-old? So it's really interesting. I actually watched this when it first came out in fan subs, and it's a very cute anime. At first, when I first watched it, I thought it was because it has really interesting animation styles, but as the story progresses, it goes from a little, cutesy and childish to actually a pretty good, serious drama between these two characters, Nanaka and Nenji. So, very cool. So definitely check that out. Also, quite a few, cool characters in this anime. But Episode 1 or Volume 1 comes out. Well, actually, Episode 1 can be found in the May issue of New Type USA. Anyway, for those of you who have visited the JENT website, you probably have noticed that there have been a few small additions to it. With the YouTube technology and the ability to put videos on your page, it gives me an opportunity to introduce people to several shows on, in Japan, and cool JN shows, and little samples of that, and it really is awesome. So right now I have a little clip of the B-Rap Request Awards from Gakko Iko, which is Let's Go to School. And it's hosted by V6, and you guys can check it out by going to the JENT website at www.nt2099.com/J-ENT. That's J-ENT in caps, so make sure those are in capital letters. Upcoming concerts coming up near you. Shiokaze-con will be having High and Mighty Color for you Initial D fans who are familiar with their music. They will be in Houston, Texas, so definitely check that out. That's on April 28th through the 30th. Actually, they have quite a few cool music out there. They've done, I believe, several songs for different anime, so you may want to check that out. And next month, from May 26th through the 29th, is the Fanime Music Fest in San Jose, California, featuring Guitar Vader, Swinging Popsicle, Uphold, Poplar, Miami, and Goofy Style. Then on June 9th through the 11th is A-Con, which is featuring Penicillin, Kotoko, and Christine Saw. And that will be in Austin, Texas. And of course, on July 5th, Hyde of Larkin CL will be performing his solo act at San Francisco at Slim's, and also in Los Angeles. So you may want to check out tofurecords.com for more information on that. Checking out the number ones right now in music. Number 1 album in Japan goes to High for the album Confident Version, and the number 1 CD single in Japan goes to SMAP, and they've been number 1 for quite a number of days with their CD single Dear Woman. In the US, the number 1 album goes to Rascal Flatts for the album Me and My Gang, and the number 1 CD single of the week continues to go to Daniel Powder for Bad Day. And I don't know how many times I've heard that song on the radio playing again, but to tell you the truth, I haven't gotten sick of it. Pretty cool song. Going on to the UK, the number 1 album goes to Shane Ward for his self-titled album, Shane Ward, and the number 1 CD single goes to Gnarls Barkley for Crazy. In video games for the past week, there has been an interesting change in the top 10. Reading out the top 10 right now, Pro Yaku Spirits, number 3 for the PS2 is at number 10. Number 9 is Netsutsu Star 2006 for the PS2. Number 8 is Final Fantasy 12 for the PS2. Number 7 is Pokemon Ranger for the DS. And number 6 is Eigo ga Nigate na Otona DS Training for the DS. Number 5 is Guilty Gear XX/ for the PS2. Number 4, we have Legend of Staffy. Number 4 for the DS. Number 3 is Oide yo Dobutsu, Animal Crossing for the DS. Number 2, No wa Kitaeru Otona no DS Training, which is the Brain Age. And of course, the newer, the second version, Moto no wa Kitaeru Otona no DS Training, is number 1. So that one still stays on top at number 1. I'll talk about more Brain Age later on. But we got a few video game reviews to talk about with Naruto and Power Pro Baseball. But going on to the news, what's happening?
Now, here's the news.
Well, the biggest news of the day, we're going to go Japan first, and number 1 news of the day right now is, of course, the announced engagement, the surprise engagement of Sunku, who is the lead singer of Shonen Q, and also the producer of Hello Project, and many of their groups, which include Morning Musume. He announced on his website today that he will be marrying a model named Kanako, who is 25 years old. Sunko is 37 years old, and the two have been dating since August. And Sunko proposed back in January, and that wasn't again announced on his website. Media has interviewed members, former members and current members of Morning Musume, and a lot of them seem that they're quite shocked and surprised. They really didn't know about his relationship with Kanako, and I'm guessing that he pretty much kept that secret. But a lot of positive things happening with Sunko, with the announcement that he will be returning. His band will be returning, Shonen Q, and will be touring throughout Japan. So that's pretty cool. And now he has marriage and also all the projects he has going on with Morning Musume and the various subgroups and solo singers. I think that's pretty awesome. In other news, of course, the big one of last week was Kano Sisters. The continuing promotion of Mika's nude album. For those of you who are not familiar with the Kano sisters, they're these two women. I guess you could say possibly in their 30-something. Really, you really don't know their age, but I assume they're in their 30s or their early 40s, and they, I guess you could say that they're women who are very sexy, very voluptuous women, and people have been wondering when Mika would ever do a nude book, but the two have been posing mainly in, really glamorous, well done photos that show, typical bikini and, not too much out there. But I guess the big surprise is when they came out saying that Mika will be doing a nude book, and this one titled Sweet Goddess. And the interesting thing about that is that her sister Kyoko was taking the photos, and supposedly it's tastefully done. And I guess it's the big news of last week, because I guess in Japan when a talent does nude photo books, media goes crazy, especially when Kano Miho did it. And then there was, of course, the big one in Japan was Miyazawa Rie. This was back in the early 90s with her photo book Santa Fe, and she was a popular actress that decided to release a nude photo book, and that pretty much was a shock to Japan. This one is somewhat of a shock, but well, maybe not. But I believe there was a comment from Mika saying that she wished that she did it earlier on, but what the heck? People who've been wanting it, well, now they got it. So that's the Kano sisters for you. Going on to other countries, there really hasn't been any major entertainment news. For instance, I'm perusing different news that happened in the past week. You had Ultraman Mebius serving as postmaster for a day in Nagoya. Only in Japan would you see that happening. Then you had, of course, an article in Korea from the Chosun article about miniskirts getting shorter, and I guess that a lot of passerbys in Korea are feeling a little embarrassed because spring season 2006, the miniskirts have gotten even shorter in Korea, and a lot of people have been voicing their concern about that. So it's the rage right now in Korea. It says that these young women in their late teens and early 20s are wearing them. Some 70% of buyers are in their late teens or their early 20s, says a department manager with an auction who's in charge of the clothes. So why are they popular? These are a variety of socio-economic explanations. As the economy slips into deeper recession, miniskirts become increasingly popular, some say. When skirts get shorter, stock prices rise, says others. Who knows, but I can tell you, as a bloke, I dig that. Actually, I take that back. It looks good only if the woman has the body to wear that, those type of clothing. Well, we got quite a few video game reviews to do today, and the first one is an import game titled Naruto Ultimate Portable for the PlayStation Portable, the PSP, and let's go ahead and start the game real quick.
Naruto Ultimate Portable 無限上の巻
Well, Well, many fans of the anime and manga series Naruto have been awaiting a PSP version of the Naruto line. With quite a number of releases for the PS2, GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo DS, and the WonderSwan, the PS2 Naruto games featured awesome levels, many characters from the anime series, but most of all a combo system that, when successfully pulled off, it would give a beatdown that surpasses anything you may have seen from a Dragon Ball Z or even a Project Justice game. But with the PSP release, there have been a lot of rumors of what kind of game it would be, especially from eager fans who have played the imports and are expecting a PSP release similar to the awesome third Naruto PlayStation 2 game. So you're probably wondering, how is this game? How is it fare compared to the console versions? Well, my first impressions of the game was a bit so-so. First of all, what the game is about. Something weird is going on in Konoha, and out of the clouds comes a dark and evil tower. Naruto and friends and rivals go towards the tower to uncover a mystery. And pretty much from that tower, your main goal is to advance up the tower with each floor featuring 4 to 8 sections, or you could call them squares, which you can earn items, earn level ups, and even more characters that can be used in the versus mode and also in the story mode after you beat it. But pretty much there's about 100 floors, and each floor has about, again, 4 to 8 sections that you have to beat. The good news is that to advance from square to square in each floor, you must utilize a variety of scrolls that allow you to play various mini-games. They can range from trivia to slot machine type of games, or there's one where Naruto has to run up a tree and you have to, try to escape from obstacles, various obstacles. Along the way, you'll also face various opponents that are featured in the anime series, and you can open up to 23 characters, which is pretty awesome. In versus mode, against computer, characters earned in story mode can be utilized as you can practice or battle against the computer. You can also play against other players via wireless ad hoc mode. In Naruto, that's a section where the points that you earn from story or versus mode can be used to purchase several bonuses such as music, video, and artwork. So I think that's pretty cool. I guess you could say that as I continued to play this game, I was really drawn into the gameplay and the storyline. It's really hard to put down, especially if you're a big fan of the series, and most of all, you really want to open up each character. But if there was one drawback, it's that the story or RPG mode can be very tedious. As I mentioned, you can utilize scrolls where you can play various mini games to advance from each square in the game. But the problem is there's probably, I guess, around maybe 5 or 6 scrolls, and therefore you have to replay the game over and over, the mini games that is, over and over again. I guess that's the bad news. It does get tedious, but the good news, the games are pretty quick. A slot machine, you can play that, and that really goes quickly. The quiz, the trivia, that goes quickly. But most of the mini games go quickly. Some of them, they don't take too long. So that's the good news. The game looks beautiful, and the sound is really great. The music is really great, right up there in par with a lot of the music that you hear from the series. But it does not utilize the exact music from the actual anime series. It's brand new music, but still very good, very Naruto-esque, as I would say, as I would call it. As for the game compared to the PlayStation 2 version, this is where I noticed that a lot of fans are very disappointed, because a lot of fans had big hopes. They were thinking that this would be a PSP version of the popular Naruto 3 Naruto game for the PlayStation 2, an import. But unfortunately, you're not going to have that. Since a lot of the game is based in story mode, and then, yes, you can play and fight against different characters, because of the PSP version, the movesets are very simplified, and also, the certain special combo moves, or the major moves, you're only limited to one. Where I guess in the console versions you have quite a few, and actually they're quite kind of lengthy. But this one doesn't last that long, and it's, again, you're limited to one. And again, the movesets, if you're used to playing the PlayStation 2 versions, you're pretty much limited to a certain amount of movesets. Still numerous, but a lot of people enjoy the drunken Rock Lee. Unfortunately, you're not going to get in this game. As far as replay value goes, I guess you could say that this is a big thing with this game. I really enjoyed it. After I beat the first story mode featuring Naruto, you open up a second mode which features Jiraiya, and this will give you more of an opportunity again to open up the characters and earn more points to complete your buy of all the items, the bonus items, and so forth. But yeah, I guess the replay value is that once you open up these characters, they're pretty much at level 0, and if you are a diehard and you can't stand to see these characters at level 0, you can take your time to level all of them up. And I have leveled quite a few characters. I did Naruto up to level 3. Some people maxed them out, but I played to level 3 for Naruto, and a few others I just boosted them up to level 1. But even at level 1, you see a difference as you try to get your chakra up, speed increases, range, you get more range with your special moves. So leveling up your characters is, probably important, and but the problem is, of course, playing the story mode all over again may be tedious to some people, and many people may just quit after they beat the game and will not level their characters up. So Naruto and Ultimate Hero Mugenjo no Maki is the full title. Overall, is an enjoyable game. By now, even thinking of the PS2 games and comparing it to the current fighting games on the PSP, you realize that it's actually a very cool game with really cool graphics, quick loading system. The sound is done very well, and there's also a good fighting system. Of course, not close to the PS2, the third game, but still awesome. There are extra bonuses, and in my opinion, it's a really cool game. I do knock some points down because I don't see why the combo system and certain parts of the game were simplified for the PSP release. I also wish there was more utilization of full motion video. You do get animated video, but they're more of still shots that are transitioned and faded out, and the only real true animation that you see are leaves flying around those still animations and so forth. And to me, that's not enough, because there are some things there that I wish. There are some full motion video scenes, but in my opinion, not enough. Maybe that's a little bit nitpicky there. So, also again, the game does get tedious, so that's another knockdown in points right there. But all in all, this is the best Naruto portable game. If you played the Game Boy Advance, the DS, or WonderSwan version of the game, in my opinion, the PSP version surpasses many of those games on the portable systems, and also some games on the console. So, sure, it comes nowhere near the greatness of the third Naruto game on the PS2, but knowing how each Naruto game started out, the first game on each console, I definitely look forward to see the potential of the Naruto series on the PSP. So, let me go ahead and start a game here so you can listen to it. I just beat Sasuke up with Naruto. And there you have it. This was just a sample of the fighting game. And again, there's so many characters in this game. Of course, some characters that you may have liked in the PS2 version may not be on here, but you got the standard, characters. You got the original team, and there was a lot of rumors that Sasuke is not in this game. Sasuke is in this game, so you don't have to worry about that. But all in all, a really solid game, and I think that that you'll enjoy it. If you're a Naruto fan and you have a PSP, definitely get this game. Really cool PSP game, and there's not too many awesome fighting games on the PSP right now that's based on an anime series, so definitely check it out. Also, this will hold you over until Bleach 3 comes out. So, and I give this Naruto Ultimate PSP game an 88% out of 100. Moving on to the next review, GQ Powerful Pro Yakyu Portable for the Sony PSP from Konami. Fans of the powerful Pro Yakyu baseball games from Konami have wanted a PSP release for quite some time, and now you had a chance to play the super deformed characters of Japanese professional baseball via wireless ad hoc, and also on your PSP, which is definitely appealing. For those not familiar with the series, the baseball game features professional baseball teams from the Central and Pacific League in Japan, and the players are in super deformed format. They're like circular type of characters, and I think one of the greatest things about GQ Powerful Pro is that it tends to incorporate the commentary that you would hear from a Japanese baseball game, and most of all, the rowdy fans that you hear from the Japanese baseball games, screaming with their cheers, and the noise making that you hear from a Japanese baseball game. So I think that was one major point that I enjoyed from these games. I started playing when it came out way back in the PlayStation, and I really have enjoyed the game and have seen it progress for the last 5 or actually maybe 7 years now. So how do I feel about this game? Well, first of all, well, do I enjoy this game compared to the consoles? Well, let's say that I really enjoy the series, and the game has so many modes for the fans of this game, but the PSP release has its problems. Number one, it's not easy. Number two, fielding and pitching is not easy on the PSP due to the controls. It's not really easy to use that analog nub stick to pitch, and I don't know. It was literally a little bit bad that I had to set my options for automatic pitching and automatic fielding, and I just had to control the batting. Number three, the graphics is just blasé. It's not ugly bad. It just looked overly simplistic and basic looking compared to the kind of stuff that you would see on the PlayStation 2. And I was very surprised by that, because you look at the PlayStation 2 photos, you see the crowds, you see the field and how it's rendered, you see that the players have had their rendered, even though it's super deformed and a little cartoony, the game looks great on the PlayStation 2. Somehow in the PSP, it's like I'm playing a game that was released back in 1997, and I was really disappointed by that, because yes, sure, it does have the unique modes such as micromanagement, and modes such as the home run hitting and stuff like that, but when the graphics are just, the audience, it looks like blurs of color that are just flattened. It just doesn't look right. And, we've seen so many cool things, looking on the PSP lately, that even for baseball games, the, Major League Baseball 2006, the show, that is awesome. The way things look, the way the game plays, and the type of modes that are in it. I played this game before, and somehow the PSP version looks like it was a really big step back. So, I guess the main thing for people who enjoy the game, of course, is the micromanagement. And I know that in the PlayStation 2 version, you can control things up to the point of creating the stadium and getting fans to buy tickets to the games and so forth, if you really want that control. This one will give you will not give you that, but will give you control over your team to improve a character, to build your own team, to build your own character, and so forth. For me, I just try to develop the team that I have, and I'm playing the Yomiuri Giants right now. There's also an arrange mode, which is definitely of developing your character. Another one is the create your own music mode, where you can create your own music. There's piano keys on the side, and I found that very interesting because a lot of people, especially fans of Dagaso Band Brothers on the Nintendo DS, love to create their own music and put it online. You can do it with this game, so that's a big point of that for this selling point for this game. But even if you did create your own multiple baseball teams and players, and you have the micromanagement and even the music player, is it a lone factor to make a baseball game exciting when the actual gameplay is not exciting and the presentation is not fun to look at? Probably not. You know, I enjoy Japanese baseball, and although it would be unfair to compare this game to the PS2 releases, seeing what has been released in Japan on the PlayStation 2 for Powerful Pro Yaku, and seeing what type of baseball games have been released in the US on the PSP, I feel that this game looks as if it was a bit rushed. I don't understand why things look too simplistic and why the controls are a bit spotty. I really wanted to enjoy this game since I am a fan of the series, but I can't recommend it. I hope they improve the look of this game. And also the controls. It's really difficult to control things with a nub stick. Somehow they made it happen in Major League Baseball 2006's show here in the U.S., but for the Japanese game, I was expecting controls. And another thing that I really didn't like is that, I'm used to seeing, defensive plays, replays of certain moves, certain home runs, and you don't get it in this game. You do get something once you beat the game or you played the game, and you get a replay of certain, major moments from the game, but that's pretty much it. So I just hope they improve the look of this game, or at least give us an awesome Pro Yaku Spirits game for the PSP in the near future. But if anything, I guess, I'll look forward to the upcoming, or actually I believe it's out. It's the Powerful Major Leagues, which features the American, or actually the American teams in Super Deformed format, and that will be released, or actually has been released in Japan. And also there is the GQ Powerful Pro Yaku number 12, series number 12, that you can purchase for the PlayStation 2 via import. But otherwise, I give this game, in terms of percentage score, I would have to give it a 72% out of 100. I came into this game thinking, having high expectations, and unlike the Naruto game where you really can't compare it to the PlayStation 2, there are certain things from the PlayStation 2 that I wish they could have incorporated in this game. Probably detail on the field, detail on the players, maybe a little shine on the helmet, or maybe movable characters. But again, this game looks like it came out in the mid-90s, and that's what bothers me the most. And the gameplay is spotty. So 72% out of 100 is what I give this game. But let me go ahead and play a little bit of the audio. The audio is the big thing that makes the Powerful Pro series so exciting. So you're going to hear that right now. 'Okay, I'll be batting in this game.
まずは1回の表、ジャイアンツの攻撃。清水。先頭バッターは清水。ファーストへ一塁アウト、ワンアウトです。これでワンアウト、ランナーはありません。右バッターボックスは2番矢野。初球まっすぐ空振り。一二塁間の打球、ファーストへ送り一塁アウト。バッターは3番高橋由伸。高橋打った。これはヒットになります。打ったバッターは二塁へ向かった。 セーフ、二塁はセーフ。バッターはベテラン。打ちました。ヒット。二塁ランナーホームイン。ジャイアンツ先手を取りました。国防タイムリーヒット。打った流し打ち。ファウルボール。流し打ちどうだ。一塁へ牽制球を送ります。セーフ。空振り三振。いいスイングよくスイングアウトの三振に倒れました。1回表が終了して1対0、ジャイアンツ先制点を挙げています。1回の裏、1点を追いかけます。初球から打っていった。ヒット。ノーアウトランナー一塁となって続くバッターは沖原。インコース引っ張った。ヒットになります。3番。そしてバッターは磯部。スタンドからはなんとか長打をと期待をかける声援が響いています。スローボール見逃し三振。3球三振。じわっと決まりました。これでワンアウトランナーは一塁二塁変わります。ここでバッターは山崎。スタンドからはなんとか長打をと期待をかける声援が響いています。万事休すか。
And what you just heard is the Eagles getting a 3-run home run from my pitch. Sucks. But anyway, that's how the game sounds. Sounds awesome. Unfortunately, the gameplay is not at all that great, especially if you played a lot of the baseball games that have come over here in the US. But if you're jonesing for a Japanese baseball game on your PSP, this is the game to get. For now. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go to another commercial break, and we'll be back with more of the J and our second J444 music block.
Hey Otaku, are you having trouble staying on top of all the new Japanese animation releases? Then you need to check out the weekly Anime Review Podcast. Every week your host Aaron, hey that's me, reviews not only the newest anime releases, but classic anime as well. I'll also look at anime news, upcoming DVD releases, listener contributions, fan projects, convention reports, even play some pod-safe music and more. You can visit us on the web at www.weeklyanimereview.com. The Weekly Anime Review Podcast. Anime reviews for your ears.
Hajimemashite. This is Josh from the Josh in Japan podcast. I'm coming to you partially live to tell you about my show, the Josh in Japan podcast. Each week I introduce a new topic dealing with what life is like here in Japan. I also take many questions from my audience. Want to know what to eat? Want to know where to sleep? Want to know where to do your business? Just ask and I'll be sure to help you along the way. And don't be frightened by those other podcasters that just go on and on about their boring daily routines. That's not me. I'm all about answering the tough questions. Seriously, try me. JoshinJapan.com for the typical gaijin who just wants to survive.
Check out the World of Anime on podcast for discussions on all-around anime fandom. For more information or to tune in, visit the World of Anime website at worldofanime.project760.com and start otakuing with us.
Why should you listen to VGDJ? Because it kicks ass. That's right, non-stop action, non-stop entertainment from start to finish. And when it's all over, you're gonna be begging for more. Who's your daddy? But don't take my word for it. Listen to what these few people had to say.
Oh, I need a DJ, very good.
Boy, Duval, I love this show. We even went to the streets to ask people. Hey, what do you think of VGDJ?
Sure, man. It's like... So, you're still gonna give me that $5, right?
Even the workplace is no stranger to VGDJ. Between the agonizing screams and people jumping off the roof of my workplace, I actually find this show quite entertaining.
That's it. Johnson, you're fired.
Oh, damn, not again. So remember, boys and girls, tune in to VGDJ every week, or you could die.
Back to JN Radio with your host, Kennedy.
It's a beautiful wave.
Welcome back to the J, and in this third segment, we will end the episode with our J444. Again, the J444. This episode will be featuring unsigned indie artists from Asia, and I just want to say that if you are part of a band, or you know or have a friend who is part of a band who is unsigned and they are independent artists, please have them send their music and we'll definitely plug it and play it on our podcast. So it's all good. So just feel free to email us at nt2099@gmail.com. Anyway, kicking off the second J444 is a Japanese group, Momo and Moravian, starting it off with Only You.
你懶理這凄冷，大笑點了這煙，灰暗冷巷燃亮了一縷思念，這火星一點，令這漆黑更深遠。驟眼沒法看真，這煙困着誰人？是我太遠，還是太過昏暗？但我卻懂得這淺笑後的深沉，付出再多，給得更深。這晚這風柔柔地吻你腮邊，你慣了這景致，依舊大笑點現，愛侶挽手來回擦過我身邊，這火星一點，換你視野飄遠，但我沒法看真，這煙困着的人。是我太遠，還是太過昏暗？但我卻懂得這淺笑後的深沉，付出更多，傷得更深。冷照世間明月高掛天邊，我四處搜遍。找不到你那煙圈，愛侶挽手來回擦過我身邊，忽爾火星一閃，照亮在我腳邊。
And ending our J444 block was Choco, playing the piano instrumental titled Umi Yoru mo Hibiku. Before them was a Taiwanese band Bad Daughter with I Have My Tiny Son. And before them was the Taiwan singer Slightly Moved with Give Me a Lover. And starting off the J second 444 block was Momo and Moravian with Only You. I want to thank everyone for visiting our website, the JNT website, at www.nt2099.com/J-ENT. If you'd like to send us a comment, please send it to nt2099@gmail.com. And if you want to hit up my MySpace site, you can go to myspace.com/KNDYNT2099. Anyway, everyone, you have a great day, have a great week. A little tired right now. It's 1:40 a.m. Again, another example of how long it takes to do this damn podcast. But you guys take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Visit JNT on the web at www.nt2099.com/J-ENT and email JNT Radio at nt2099@gmail.com. See you next time.